Well, there is a long story about how I came to Lipscomb Academy, but mainly my husband and I grew up in Michigan. We both went to high school there and worked there, and I did go to college down here, and he decided he wanted to come down here to college. So we decided that after we got married in 1960, we would come down here. And so in 1961, President Pugliese hired me, and it was kind of questionable because I had a first cousin that was teaching at the university, and according to the bylaws of the school, people closer than second cousin could not teach. Dr. James Lee McDonough was my first cousin, and they made a special provision that they would go ahead and hire me, and he and I have both laughed that they must have decided that we were not going to give them any trouble and team up on them. And so he taught at the college for several years, and then President Pugliese hired me to teach English, and I started in teaching 9th grade English when I first came, and in chemistry. And so I had a few classes of each. So I taught there until 1998 when I retired, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So when people go into teaching, sometimes things that are the greatest challenge end up not being as much of a challenge at all. In 1986, I assigned my senior English class, and it was an advanced English class at the time, to write a process theme. I told them, I said, now, if you have ever gotten a set of instructions when you bought something new, you read those and you think, well, that hasn't helped me a bit. So I said, it's a little tricky in writing a process, explaining everything thoroughly, and I told them that I expected them to use an introductory paragraph and supporting paragraphs and a concluding paragraph and a good transition between each paragraph. And I said, I'll be looking for those things, but you may pick whatever topic you want. And so one of my very creative students picked the topic of how to roll a yard. Now, some people that are fairly young may not really know what that means, but that is talking about taking rolls of toilet paper at night and throwing it around the trees and the bushes in somebody's yard. And the theme was excellent, and I'm sure that he got an A or an A+ on that theme. But what's even more memorable, a few days after he got his paper back, he came in to my classroom with this roll of toilet paper and if you can see on that, he had used an IBM Selectric electric typewriter to put that roll of toilet paper in there, and he had typed that theme on this toilet paper and gave it to me. Now this was in 1986. Do you think that I could ever throw that away? No. Now, in moving and after retirement, there were a lot of things I could not keep, but this has never gone by the wayside. I have thoroughly enjoyed teaching. I would do it again if I had life to live over again. And it's very, very hard work. as you can see, all kinds of situations arise. Everything is new, every person is new, every other teacher is new, principal is new, everything is new, rules are new. But I think again, and I wrote this down as the very last thing, Matthew 20:28. And it just occurred to me just a few years ago, even after I retired from teaching, something that Jesus said, that he said he came to serve, not to be served. And teaching is a profession, again, very, very hard work, but it's service. But I thought too, think about it. If you serve someone else, chances are you help them. And how do you feel about yourself when you've done it? You've helped yourself too. And I think, no, why didn't I think of that before just a few years ago? It's a double whammy.